Hey folks, how you doing? How have you been? Leducium here playing some Hearthstone. We're going to jump into the arena. We are going to jump on in, buy in, whatever. We're doing everything we can. And we have a few choices. We can play as a mage, we can play as a rogue, or we can play as a doge, paladin. Okay, so I really want to play as a mage. I'm going to play as a paladin. Oh, very nice. Okay, so first choice, we get legendaries. We get, I can't pronounce, this screws me up. Hemet Nessingway, not, oh, okay. Hemingway, Ernest Hemingway, thank you. I had a brain fart because just saying Hemet Nessingway at that point just screws my brain up. Something fierce. And I can't pronounce anything after that. Alright, so, yeah, so we have him destroy a beast. It's an interesting card. Otherwise, if my opponent doesn't have beasts, it's just a 6/3 for 5 mana. Not very much worth. This is interesting. Bolvar Ford Dragon. Whenever a friendly minion dies while this is in your hand, gain +1 attack. So I could keep this in my hand for a while, assuming I draw this early. Then just use my hero ability, whatever. And this could become pretty fierce when I put this out there. So this could be pretty good by turn 5, supposedly. So this has potential. It's very interesting. I could see really good use for this in Constructed. And then Tyrion Fordring is... we know and love. It's a really good card. It's got Divine Shield that has Taunt and an awesome Death Rattle. It gives a 5/3 weapon. So this is just really good. The thing to watch out for this, of course, is things like Polymorph and Hex. That would just ruin this entirely. But of course, Polymorph and Hex ruins everything. I kind of want to go with Bolvar simply to test this out and to kind of play with this because I haven't used this before. Although Tyrion is an awesome choice, especially I think in Arena where matches can last for a while. This could be a finisher. Yeah. We're going to go with Bolvar, though. So yeah, so it's an interesting card. And this could be really good and constructed. I just noticed both of these are Ford Ring, Ford Dragon. So Ford seems to be a popular card, apparently, in Hearthstone. Mechanical Yeti, Novice Engineer, Stone Tusk Boars. The Boar sucks. The Engineer is okay for the card draw, but I'm taking the Yeti. It's a great card. Blessing of Kings, Shielded Minibot or Shield Bearer. I'm going to take the Minibot. It's a good minion to play early on. Mogushan Warden, Amani Berserker, Murloc Raider. We're going to take the Berserker. Argent Protector, Avenge or Repentance. Avenge is pretty good. So, you know, I actually like Avenge here. I'm taking it. Although the other one is good too. Another Shielded Minibot, Eye for an Eye, or No Merigen, whatever. Infantry Charge and Taunt, and it's a 1/4. We'll take another Shielded Minibot. Those are really good. Early on, Guardian of Kings, Stormwind Knight, Iron for a Grizzly. We'll take Guardian of Kings. Eye for an Eye, the Weblord, or Humility. I don't like any of these. I will take Humility, though. Another Guardian of Kings, another Minibot, or a Mad Bomber. I'm tempted to take another Minibot, but I think I'll take another Guardian, actually. Scarlet Purifier. Deal 2 damage to all minions with Death Rattle. This could be interesting, especially early on. Then we can get a nice Taunt, which is the Sludge Belcher, or a Little Exorcist, which has Taunt, plus gains +1/+1 for every enemy minion with Death Rattle, which could be good. Could be not so good, depends on what my opponent has out there. I like all of these cards. I'm going to take the Sludge Belcher, though. Noble Sacrifice, Holy Light, or Blessing of Might. Let's take Holy Light. I don't usually use that card. It's not that great because if you're losing, 6 health isn't going to help you, but hopefully it'll come in handy this time. So I don't have too many great battle cries, although I do have some Divine Shields here. I do have battle cry from this. I'm going to take the Ancient Brewmaster. It's a good card in and of itself. Stone Splitter Trog is pretty decent. That's 2 mana, and whenever my opponent casts a spell, it gains +1 attack. Raid Leader is pretty good for a Paladin, because we can summon small minions that will get +1 attack. And Frostful Warlord is good, because we can summon small minions and play this, and it grows to be pretty big, especially if we get that card that lets me summon 3 recruits, and then I play this on next turn. This would be pretty good. It would be a 7/7. So all of these have their potential. So the question is, how's our mana curve, and am I willing to take a 5 mana card? Our mana curve is okay for now, but we got to watch it. We don't want to push too far into the high mana range, because we could lose before we get to play all of these cards. So in this instance, I think I will actually take the Frostful Warlord, but I got to be careful. Another Yeti, yes please. Haunted Creeper, Oasis Snapjar, Hammer of Wrath. I'm taking the Hammer to be able to clear out a card, plus to be able to get a card, and a protection, Puddle Stomper or Harvest Golem. I am going to take me a Golem. Blessing of Might, Ironforge Rifleman, or Seal of Light. Seal of Light gives me 4 health and gives me 2 attack. I'll take it. It'll let me clear something out. Another Hammer of Wrath. I'd like to take the Tiger, but I'm going to take the Hammer of Wrath instead, only because it's 1 less mana, plus it's a little bit of card draw. Removal plus card draw. Redemption, Ironford Grizzly, Southsea Deckhand. I don't necessarily like any of these. We might take the Grizzly. Redemption could be interesting. I could see potential with this, depending on what kind of minion I get, but a lot of these minions simply, having 1 health won't do, because that dies really easily to a lot of things. This is a taunt early on. It's not great, but we'll take it. Take control of a random enemy secret. Seems good, but I can't rely on that. Injured Blade Master is okay. I don't have a good way of healing it. I'll take the Little Exorcist. It's less mana, and it's a taunt. Acolyte of Pain is going to be my card draw right now. I don't have much card draw otherwise. Hammer of Wraths, maybe. Blessing of Wisdom could be used for card draw, of course. But that really comes down to either I have a good minion or my opponent has a good minion that I can cast this on. And Spider Tank is just a great card. I'm going to take the Acolyte, though. Ship's Cannon is okay. If I have Pirates, Darkscale Healer is not that great. Spectral Knight is wonderful. Alright, Bluegill, Warrior, Avenge, Raid Leader. I'm going to take the Raid Leader. And you know what? No, I'm going to take Avenge. And we're going to hope for powerful recruits. Speaking of recruits, I could take a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, which I will. And hopefully we can use some that for good. Chillwind Yeti is pretty damn good. So another charge minion there, Silverhand Knight, Tall Strider. I don't like the fact that it's a 5/4, but it is only 4 mana. And we'll take it. Aldor Peacekeeper is great. Plus, it's not a ton of mana. I'm going to take it over the Sunwalker simply because I have a bunch of high mana cards. I want to have stuff I can play earlier on. None of this stuff is great, but I'll take the River Crocolisk, I guess, just to have, again, cards I could play earlier. Mech Warper is okay. Blessing of Might could be good for removal if I play this on a recruit. Dry Corsair is not that good, especially since I didn't get any weapons. I'm going to take the Mech Warper and hope that it also acts as a distraction, so that if my opponent thinks I have a lot of mechs, they attack this. Injured Blade Master again, Scarlet Purifier, which is kind of random, or Matter Bomber, which could be fun, really good if there's a whole bunch of stuff on the board. I'm going to take the Matter Bomber. It's just, how can I not put my trust into RNG? So the mana curve isn't wonderful, but it's Arena, so who knows. Let's see if we can live long enough to play some of our better cards. We do have some nice heals, so I do like that. So we're going to see what happens. We have 2 Guardian of Kings and 2 other ways of healing ourselves. Speaking of heals, we're playing against the Priest. Red Anthony is our opponent's name. So we get Humility, Frostful Warlord, and Acolyte of Pain right off the bat. I'm going to get rid of all of them, I think. Instead we get Holy Light, no help to me. Hammer of Wrath, not a lot of help. Lost Tall Strider is not a lot of help right away either. So turn 1, we're not doing anything. Turn 2, I will probably summon a recruit and hope my opponent does not have an acolyte, not an acolyte, Northshire cleric, because then just me giving him cards.
The light shall burn you. Thank you.
So my opponent heals me because he doesn't have any other moves. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to play myself an Acolyte of Pain. Hopefully it doesn't get silenced. Hopefully it doesn't get killed through Shadow Word Pain, which I kind of expect. Instead, my opponent plays the coin for 1 more mana and puts out Ascension Shieldmaster. So this is good, because what I can do with the Ascension Shieldmaster, I just like saying that, is I could do a couple of things. One is I could hit it for 3 damage and then run both of these into it. That's a possibility. Alternatively, I could play Humility on it and try to milk it for as many cards as I can with the Acolyte of Pain. So that's also a possibility. I think I'm going to do that. Nice. So this just got +1/+1, and as I kill off these friendly minions, this is going to grow nicely. Oh yeah, I have to end my turn, don't I? So it's kind of a waste of a Humility, in a sense, but at the same time, I should be able to get, well, never mind. Fuck you too, buddy. And of course, my opponent's going to heal. So the only nice thing is this thing keeps growing as we do this. So I guess if I wanted to, I could use Hammer of Wrath to kill this. I'm just gonna do that for now. I could actually use Ancient Brewmaster to get that my Acolyte of Pain back into my hand. It's gonna Holy Smite and run the Owl into it. And maybe that's what I will do. We'll find out in a sec. Dark Cultist, okay. Don't kill my 1/1. Good. Alright. So I'm gonna get this back into my hand then. So I can play it on the next turn. And that's more card draw potential for me. So we could, yeah, play Acolyte of Pain again if I really want to. And meanwhile, this thing is growing nicely. Now 4/7 is kind of where I want it to be, ideally, because then it doesn't die to Shadow Word Death. So I kind of want to actually keep that there. But then again, this isn't too bad. Yeah. So I could play Guardian of Kings now. It's kind of a waste of the heal. Not really. I mean, I'll heal for 4. I could play Acolyte of Pain, Summon, and Avenge, which I think is okay. And so one of these will get buffed depending on whichever one gets killed first. I'll get a card. This gets more powerful. So there's Shadow Word Pain, unfortunately. Buffs that up, though. He's probably going to run his Dark Cultist into it, killing it, and at the same time buffing up his Shieldmaster, which is fine. He's got a Spiteful Smith. Spiteful Smiths can be annoying. Unfortunately, the Spiteful Smith got buffed, which stinks. So I could play the Aldor Peacekeeper, make the Spiteful Smith less spiteful, play Bolvar and hope for the best. Let's do it. So let's see if he's got something. Hopefully he doesn't have Mind Control, which he, at least I have a few turns before he can play it. Okay, it's a bit annoying. Not the end of the world yet, though. Okay, also a little annoying. He's just attacking me directly. Fair enough. So we're going to use this to kill that. I think I will use this to kill that. Then I'm going to restore 6 health to this guy. That guy. And I'll play my Guardian of Kings. Get myself healed. Get another big card out there. And that buys me a little bit of time before potential mind control. So let's see if that happens. Okay, so he's just buffing up that smith. It's powerful. I'll give him that. So I'm thinking that what we would do is summon our Yeti, summon our Warlord. Gives me the most powerful Warlord that I can have. I'm going to work on killing some of this stuff, I think. So we'll start off by killing this. I didn't want him to silence it or cast something like Inner Fire, so let's nip that in the bud. And yeah, so we have a few things that need killing. Okay, he's going to go for the Warlord first. Okay, or that. Get a spare part. Okay, what do you have? Holy Nova? He does have Holy Nova. That's unfortunate. Imp Master could be annoying. But that is why we're going to kill it right away. And the reason why Imp Master can be very annoying... We're going to restore 4 health. And I'm just going to kill this thing. Imp Master can be very annoying because the priest can just keep healing it. So for a priest, Imp Master is a great card. We're not going to let him have it. So we've got an excellent board. I don't know what 2 cards my opponent has, but... Holy Nova. Okay. It's unfortunate. Don't tell me you have another Holy Nova. Okay, good. Alright, well, let's start doing some damage. So we'll put out our shield bot. We'll summon a 1-1. Unfortunately, all my stuff is very hurt, but he went through 2 Holy Novas, so can't have too many more. It's not likely. Light Spawn is a great card. Giving him health is good. Healing yourself is good too. Lucky for me, I can do 2 Hammer of Wraths and kill his Light Spawn while getting cards. Yay. Let's summon a recruit. And just do some direct damage. Alright. So that's the end of that. That went well. And was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that match. Alright, so we also have a daily quest there for Paladin or Priest and getting some other stuff. Let's do one more. Now, priests are usually slow rollers. They're more in control characters, so I wonder how we'll play against a character that might have rolled more for aggro. We'll find out. Mages could be aggro, but mostly they're also control, I find. I think. I could be making all this up. Keep little exorcist. We'll keep the Yeti, and we get our... Not the Yeti, the Acolyte of Pain, and we get a Yeti, which is wonderful. Yetis are a girl's best friend, I guess. I don't know if that's correct. Look, I read it in the paper somewhere. Alright, I didn't read it in the paper. I made it up. Look, it sounds good. And that's what I'm sticking with. Amani Berserker. That sucks. For several reasons. I could coin the little exorcist and... yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do this next turn. I'm gonna coin Hammer of Wrath probably. And kill that Monty Berserker. I was thinking coin a little Exorcist. But that's good actually. That happened. I'm gonna coin Hammer of Wrath. Kill this thing. Because he triggered it off of my... What he could have done is hit it with his hero ability and then hit me for 5. And that would have hurt more than that. So this way... He's got some spell damage, this one. This guy. Ooh. This guy. Alright. Chillwind Yeti. Here we come. No fireballs. No polymorphs. No flame cannons. Fucking... I'm really hating mages, like, more and more. They got some good spells this last upgrade. We are going to put our Sludge Belcher out there. Hopefully this will do something. Then I will probably humiliate the ogre. Humiliate. Oh, come on. Yeah, mages and their freaking control. So we need to slow your roll. We need to heal ourselves. And let's throw this out there. Unfortunately, that's not going to kill anything, but at least it'll slow things down a little bit. Oh, come on. So, I'm going to probably put this guy out there. Hopefully it'll heal me enough. Because I'm going to die next turn otherwise. So, I have 8, 11, 12. I'll live a little bit longer, but not much longer. In fact, he can just go for my face directly, ignore what I have on the board, and he'll be fine. I don't have any real AoE. Yep. So unfortunately, unless I get something amazing here, which, fuck it. Let's see what happens. I'll threaten Jev Gorgian. I don't know. Alright. That went not well. I don't like mages. Also, the spells were good. What can I say? Spell power worked. If I had some good removal or good creatures, it might have been a different story. I did not. Let's play another one and see how we do. We're playing against the priest, Droxo. Dr. Roxo? Is that Metalocalypse reference? As if it is. I like it. Alright, so we have pretty good starting hand. Mac Warper, Acolyte of Pain, Mechanical Yeti, Ancient Brew Master. Alright, so do this, do that, and see what my opponent does. We'll probably start with the mechanical dude. The ooze. Echoing ooze. Could be good. Could be bad. What you gotta do is you gotta take the good, you gotta take the bad, and then what you have is the facts of life. I started with the bot. I don't know. I like it. It's a cool picture. Plus it doesn't really matter. I could have played the Warper, then played the bot for less on the next turn. I guess. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'll probably play the Acolyte of Pain on the next turn. Maybe? No. Now that he's got a taunt out there, I might play the Yeti. I'm going to coin into the Yeti. I don't think there's a point in running the bot into the 3-3. So instead we'll play the Yeti. Can't be killed by Shadow Word Pain. Cannot be killed by Shadow Word Death. And if he runs all of his creatures into it, then he can kill it. But it's a good card against the Priest. And I like it. Like it a lot. I could have alternatively done Seal of Light. Run the bot and myself into this. Killing it. That was a possibility. He's got a Lost Tall Strider. I've heard of those. So happens I have one of those too. You know, this is interesting. So we're going to kill this. I'm going to actually do Seal of Light here. Myself. Take 5 damage. We'll run this in as well, killing it. And then I guess I'll play the Warper. So unfortunately I'm probably going to lose my Yeti. Yeah. Use my Rudy. I can't talk. I'm unfortunately going to lose my Yeti soon. Probably to those 2 oozes. Don't get something good. No? Okay. Kept my Yeti alive. That's odd. Good enough. We're going to play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul because we're going to run this into this. It'll die. See what we get. Get friendly minion stealth. Interesting. Good. We're going to run this in. Buffs up my ghoul. We're going to stealth the ghoul because I don't want it to die. Just something ridiculous. And then we're going to hit our opponent directly in the face. Okay, so he buffs up 1 ooze. Gives a taunt. Okay. It's actually pretty good. Buffs up his ghoul and heals it. Alright, well that's obviously going to die on the next turn. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play my Acolyte of Pain and we're going to trade that for that. Hopefully I can get it. Some decent card draw. I've got a heal coming up. And that's what I have. Let's see what happens next. Don't have a Cabal Shadow Priest or whatever it's called. That will take my 1/1 away. He's got his own Acolyte of Pain that he probably stole from me. Honestly. The Stealer. Alright, so I don't know why he didn't just kill it off, but he should have. Because I'm going to run this into that. Get a card. I'm going to just straight up kill his Acolyte Pain. Yes, it gives him a card, but at least I can control how he gets that card. And then I'm going to heal myself. Because if I didn't do that, what he could have done is use his 3/3 to kill my taunt and then run his Acolyte of Pain into my Acolyte of Pain or something. Getting himself more cards in the long run. Plus, he can heal his Acolyte of Pain, which is just not fair. Okay. I got a card out of it, at least. So he's got himself a Cog Master. Not why I suddenly put on a southern accent there. We're going to use the Ancient Brewmaster to throw this back into my hand so I can play it again later. And I'm going to play another Yeti. I like recycling my Acolyte of Pain. He's got a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Very similar, well, somewhat similar hand to mine. What else you got, buddy? Melon's Choice. Chosen. Another Acolyte of Pain. So that's +2 attack while you have a mech. Well, let's not give him that opportunity. However, I'd like to kill this first and foremost, because I should have done that in the opposite order. That's me being dumb, unfortunately. Freeze a minion, okay, that could be useful later on. I'm going to restore some health. I'm not going to summon any 1/1s because I don't want to give him cards. What I might do is play the Armani Berserker, because now if he wants to run the Acolyte of Pain into it, yes, he gets extra cards, while I get a better Berserker. So I think it's almost worth it. So he is going to freeze my minion. There you go. So I was kind of hoping he would do that, actually. I was not hoping that he would do that. Damn it. That's okay, though. It is all right. Because we're saved by the bell. It's all right. We're saved by the bell. Alright, so that's all he can do. Spectral Knight is a good card to play here. I don't really want to play the Taunt because he doesn't have any death rattles, and this will be a 2/3, which means he can just get cards off of it. I think this is pretty good until we can kind of regain control of the board. So he's going to get 2 cards from me. Hopefully he didn't get my legendary, but even if he did, oh, he's got my secret, which is probably Avenge. And I think he got Frostwolf Warlord there, which is fine. I'll freeze that for now, and then figure out what to do with it later. It's just going to attack me directly. It's cool. So I'm going to kill this first in case... Actually, I'm going to kill this first. I don't know what his secret is, but... Is it Avenge? Yeah, it is. Hopefully it buffs up this thing. It did. I'd rather buff that up because then this straight up trades with it. We straight up freeze that thing. Give ourselves a little bit of Acolyte of Pain. A Yeti. Sure. And we'll figure out what to do after. I can run the 5/3 and the 1/1 into this to kill it. That's not a bad trade. Got himself a salty dog. And a light well, which is fine because right now you don't have anything to heal. Yes, salty dog, you. Shadow Word Pain is annoying, but at least it's gone. It's out of his hand. So, I'm okay with that. What else do you have that you're gonna... Okay, good. Didn't think you had anything else. So we're gonna trade this and this for that. Straight up trade this for that. I'm gonna just hit that once. Put out a taunt. We'll put out this thing. I'm not gonna put out more stuff just in case he might happen to have mind control tech. So if I have 4 cards, he could take control of 1 this way. He can't. Otherwise, we're pretty good. I'm going to probably kill the light well. And then move on from there. Avenge. Good. This will buff something up. So I did summon another 1/1. Even though I said I wanted to play around mind control tech. Oops. That's okay. I got excited about Avenge, figuring, hey, I can buff up one of my recruits. Where the hell is my legendary, by the way? Played through 2/3 of my deck and still no legendary. He's got a Thrallmere Farseer, Wind Fury 2/3. It's not a bad card, but it's much better if you can really buff it up because of the Wind Fury, obviously. So, Avenge does its thing. That becomes more powerful, becomes a 4/3, which I like. I like it a lot. Oh, that's all he had. He had the Holy Smite. I would have saved that Holy Smite personally, but that's alright. We're gonna just clean up the board. Have another Avenge. I didn't realize I took 2 of them, but apparently I did. Alright, he doesn't have mind control tech. At least in his hand, and I'm just playing stuff because I want to kill him relatively quickly. Man, how nice would it have been if I had drawn my legendary? At this point, it would be like a, I don't know, 15-7. Would have been crazy. But we're just going to have to take the victory as is. So, with that, I'm going to put a break in this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please show your support, leave a like, hit subscribe. You know the drill. Anyways, hope to see you guys next time. Bye.